pitch. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Giants. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Check, 53, Mike.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught at the 25. A huge play there right off the bat. 48 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go!
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Flush to him, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
So a tough early challenge here, 2nd and long after the sack.
Now let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Hold this.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. They set themselves behind the chains, trying to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Raider 8!
Four down, check.
Hurry, get set, fellas. Raider 2!
Rush in, rush in. Wide, get wide.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, Purdue! Get down! Blue 80!
Carnell on 1st down. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for Landry that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Hey, Purdue!
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
Well, That's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down.
Hey, 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 hey. Four down, four down, four down. Come here.
In his own end zone, it's caught. And incomplete here on third down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And they'll try and hurry the kick. Gets it away, but it's not looking that great. This is taken deep in their territory. They're pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And the Giants ready to come out now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Leopard. Leopard.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know the receivers love to say, if we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They go play action here on first down. Lets it go. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Down. 180. Heavy, heavy. 93. 93.
Check, 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 check.
93.
Snap comes at 1, and it's caught. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Marshall, the intended receiver. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to
Here we
make
go
sure they
now.
hold it for
Green
you after the
39.
game. If
Green
you play in the back
39.
7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways.
And the Raiders have got him. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Back, back, back.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got 1 touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit. Detroit.
Check three.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to air one out. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try to move the ball.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25.
Get set.
Alec Ogletree in on the stop. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
They'll run it down at the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Carr can beat you in a lot of ways. The scramble there, a perfect example as he gets the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Come here. Down. You're wide, 88.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out.
Low. Get set. Blue 80. 93. 93. Express.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Caught by Nelson left side. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Get set. 29.
From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the first down. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Yo, Chief. Get down, get down. 180. Go, go. Get set, get set.
They'll run with Marshall. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Down. 280. Hey, Raider 2.
Check it out.
But 5-man box. Hey.
Now Marshall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Zaire Jones there on the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go, we're good, we're good. Monday, down. You wide 8-8.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Down. Wide 8-8.
Switch, switch, switch.
Go, go.
They'll try and throw for it here. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry for Barkley, and he'll get 4 there down to about the 12-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's a deep and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the Giants now are going to turn it over to their field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
Factored in.
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game. That I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. The Raiders try to move quickly, try to get everybody back to the line. Now Carr. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Olivier Vernon in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Go Chief.
That boy's got 4.
Down. 180. 637.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. Watch the slant.
637. You're mine.
From the gun, it's Carr. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney.
Alert 3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And 35, right at the 34 here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 16. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Oh, twisting away. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. So they'll come up first and 10 now 29, from the 33.
29. Down. Blue 80. Lie down. Raider 2.
Now a play fake. Carr. And it's a short one here. Complete to the tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Go, 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 go!
Hurry, get set, fellas. Go, go. Get set, get set.
All right.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
4 down, 4 down. Check.
Deuce right.
Carr now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 30 short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Here's Carr. Now he's forced out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Hey, 694.
Got 4 down, 4 down.
618. Go, go. Get set, get set. 29. 29.
Carr to throw on second down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They were looking for Marshall that time. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
Now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! No, check! Patriot! Patriot!
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
They keep it with Barkley on first downs. And down to the 36-yard line here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
I got him.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Gun!
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance.
Watch it now, Barney!
But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Going up top. This is caught. That goes for a gain of 31. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Giants add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Nelson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And the interception last time. On the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time.
Now,
see if they can avoid doing it here.
All right, get set, fellas.
Take 4, take 4. Sit.
Go.
Hold the
And here's Marshall. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Well, hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, 7:34.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Shakes up, but in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
Go, go.
From the gun, Carr. And he fires one, but incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here we go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Down. Wide 80. Slide down.
Now Carr, got to have this one. And it is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe... Yeah, you've taught me this before. Maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
It has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
They'll set up a throw. He's at the 4. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
3-19!
Check three.
On play action, they'll throw. And it'll be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter.
Hey. 4 down.
And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. Now they go straight. It's complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They'll pick up another first down with that run.
Barr going to throw. It's a loss of 11 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
White.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Throw taken in by Taylor left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Hey, Raider 2.
On play action. Now Carr. It's caught. Nelson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards.
OP.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Hey, he's coming to you. He's coming to you.
White Monday.
On 1st down, Carr finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Carr to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Go.
Again, it's Carr. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Olivier Vernon in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Carr. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Detroit!
He begins to go quickly, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. have some fun. After an
Watch it now,
incomplete
Barney,
pass
Barney.
on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.